Okay, so right, you clicked on this video because you feel like YouTube is luck-based and it's a RNG game show if your video actually, even gets pushed by the algorithm. Well, I'm going to hit you with a really hard truth. It's not. But I am going to tell you what you're doing wrong. And, as much as I can't view your personal videos, I have 5+ years of experience of uploading what I consider to actually be decent videos that were actually terrible. So let's break down what you're doing wrong from my own personal experience. Okay, so let's very quickly just skim over the YouTube basics. YouTube only pushes a video if it has a good CTR and a good AVD. It is designed to keep people on the platform for as long as it can. So if your video makes people click off, then it simply will stop boosting your video to people. So CTR, this is the most important metric, click-through rate. Because if people aren't, even choosing to click on your video, then your AVD doesn't even get a chance. Basically, you could have the best video on the whole platform, but the worst title and thumbnail, and your video wouldn't get pushed because people wouldn't even be, actually pressing on your video. They'd just be skipping over it. They wouldn't actually even start watching it. So how to actually go about changing that? Well, your thumbnail can't just be a screenshot of your video like the preset YouTube options YouTube gives you. You also need to actually make your video pop visually. I recommend watching a color theory video to understand, but for instance, this video I used an emerald against the lava because they're on complete opposite sides of the color wheel, so it makes it stand out better and catch the viewer's attention. And that's what thumbnails are really actually about, grabbing the viewer's attention. Also, make sure to remember your video is going to be viewed on a tiny portion of a viewer's actual screen, so make sure not to make text small, otherwise they won't actually be able to see it. And finally, make the viewer need to click on the video, like actually need, and that could be through something like curiosity. This actually ties in pretty well with the second part of packaging a video, the title. For instance, imagine a Minecraft thumbnail. The thumbnail has a chunk of sand just mined out behind the player, and the title is I mined 10,000 sand for this. It instantly makes you curious because there's a question and also a story. It's like, why did you mine this sand and what's the story for doing it? Try to trap both a question and a story. As humans, we need answers to both of those, so utilize on the human's needs. Also, with the title, try to add capital letters at the start of each word. It just makes the title easier and quicker to actually read. But overall, don't make the title too short. Don't, keep it vague. But also try to make the viewer have to question something in the video itself, not if they want to watch the video itself. Okay, now that we've actually gone and talked about packaging, let's talk about your actual video. The first 30 seconds. This is the second big issue. You've done the hardest part, making your viewer actually click on your video. Now they're watching and debating. Do they want to actually stick out 15 to 15 minutes to watch your video? You need to make sure that they stay, So either hook them in with a story. For instance, I told my story about how I sucked at making anything remotely good, but I also hooked you in with click affirmation by making you feel like I understood how you feel. And I hooked you in with a question. I'm going to tell you what you're doing wrong. You wanted to know what you were doing wrong. You needed the answers. But that's just one portion. That's just the hook, the part of a script. There's also the editing to actually take into account. Your editing probably isn't ideal too. For videos like mine, it's mainly just the narration I cut, so there's no dead air when I'm not talking, so there isn't a whole lot of editing to actually do for these videos. But, for instance, a gaming channel, if you have dead air where you're not doing something, cut it. Unless, you're going for some sort of like cozy vibe while you're doing sleep, while I play this game style kind of videos, then cut the dead air. It gives people time to feel like they're not actually being entertained, and they will click off. Also, something subtle is to change your vocabulary in specifically gaming videos to say we instead of I. It makes the viewer feel like they're also part of the show. For instance, I need to go mining for coal. We need to go mining for coal. Do you see the subtle difference that feeling makes? And due to short retention spams from short form content, you need to be changing the footage every 6-ish seconds. People would get bored of a continuous video for 10 seconds of the same angle of view. The brain just won't feel stimulated and seek that from a completely different video. Unless, like I stated, you're going for that kind of cozy vibe of it, or just being one kind of shot like that. And also, make sure your music matches. For instance, Dream uses calm music, but when he's being chased, the music changes to be more dramatic. Music is a YouTuber's biggest tool when it comes to a story. Of the human senses we can actually affect, it's only sight and sound, so make sure to be affecting people's ears. But finally, the biggest and the ultimate question, the one that will transform your videos and your channel, if done correctly. Why would I watch your video? Put yourself in the viewer's shoes. Why would I watch your video? What makes me stop and think, this is the video I'll watch? If you can understand this, why your specific viewer would watch your video, then you probably have the video itself, the title and the thumbnail actually figured out. You have to have a foolproof video, but also thumbnail and title. So before you even start filming your video, ask yourself, why would someone watch this? If your only answer is just for your own self-personality, then the hard truth is that people honestly won't click, because you're not a big persona right now. You're just another small content creator for the moment. So ask yourself again, why would someone watch this video over someone who is a big content creator? What do you add that's different? If you have a valid answer, then you have a green light to make that video.